What's up guys, it's Cam here from The Suns bringing you Overview, a series where we look at the stats and mechanics in video games and how they work. Today we'll be looking at the Path Blaster from Transformers Fall of Cybertron. A little bit info about this gun: it's a fully automatic assault rifle with high damage and a low rate of fire. In the multiplayer it's used by the Infiltrator, and in campaign it's considered to be Optimus Prime's gun. Hyman Studios has actually said this gun is actually based on the gun from Transformers Prime that Optimus Prime uses. As you can see in the image, it does resemble Optimus Prime's gun slightly. It is based on like an earlier alien version of the gun before he comes down to Earth. This is also because Transformers Fall of Cybertron is considered to be a prequel to Transformers Prime, but other people would think that Transformers Fall of Cybertron is a prequel to the original series. There's a bit of debate about that, but I'm not really going to go into that. That's something for the YouTube comments to decide. Moving on to stats, it carries 40 rounds in total and 8 in the clip. This is exactly the same as the Scatter Blaster, which is also used by the Infiltrator. Its rate of fire is 120 rounds per minute, which is pretty low compared to all the other guns. It's slightly slower than the Scatter Blaster as well, so lots of stats are pretty similar or close to the Scatter Blaster. Its reload time of about 2.3 seconds is the second lowest reload time in the game. There's a 6-way tie for the lowest reload time in the game, but I'll get into that in future episodes. With these average to low stats, this gun doesn't sound too appealing to many people, but where it comes to shine is how much damage it can do. It does 100 damage per round and 200 per headshot. This is quite similar to most guns in Fall of Cybertron, where the headshot will do twice as much damage as just a regular body shot. Now with the body shot, this does exactly enough damage to take out an overshield, because the overshield has 100 health points and the Path Blaster does 100 damage. So with full health and an overshield, it's a 4-shot kill to kill a scientist and infiltrator, it's a 5-shot kill to kill the destroyer, and 6 to kill the titan. This gun is best for close to medium range firefights. It can do long shots, but at long range it becomes inaccurate due to its weapon spread. However, if you're shooting like a larger enemy such as a titan, the weapon spread isn't too bad. Now moving on to attachments, the first attachment, which unlocks at level 7, is the Sonic Blast, which increases the rate of fire by 33% from 120 rounds per second to 160 rounds per second. It's noticeably a lot quicker compared to its base speed, but due to its weapon spread it can become very inaccurate, just like how it is at long range. Its second attachment is the Magma Dampener, which unlocks at level 12. It decreases the weapon spread cooldown by 35% according to Hyman Studios, who released that information through a patch note. As you can see in the video here, it does reduce how much the weapon spreads over time when you're firing it. This is actually quite good, especially at long or medium ranges when the enemy is quite far away, so you get a more accurate shot every single time. The last attachment is Lights Out, which unlocks at level 22. The last shot in the clip will do 80% more damage than all the other bullets. It does 180 damage. However, this does not kill enemies any faster. It's still going to be a 4-shot kill on the Scientist and Infiltrator, and 5-shot to Destroyer, and 6-shot to Titan. Now I consider this attachment to be quite useless, purely based on how much damage it does. Now if it did any more than 200 damage, it would be quite useful, because at 180 damage it's still going to have, you know, the 4-shot and 5-shot kill to kill everyone else. And the thing is, once you shoot the enemy you still have to reload, so they still have a little bit of health to try and get away. It's great in a team situation where you have someone else to take out the remainder, like 20 health for example, because you're still going to have to reload unless you change form. And if you transform while having one more bullet left in the clip, your gun will automatically reload once you convert back to robot mode. So it's quite hard to hold on to the one bullet damage and heavily rely on that. I choose not to do that. I'd probably prefer to go with one of the other two. Overall, the Path Blaster is a good primary weapon with high damage but a low rate of fire, and weapon spread makes it difficult for long range engagements. I would suggest using this as a semi-automatic rifle instead of a full auto, which is why I would recommend the Magma Dampener attachment, purely because I want more precise shots when I'm using this weapon. If you prefer to be up close, then I would recommend the Sonic Blast attachment instead, because it's quite good against big enemies such as the Destroyer or Titan, because you can fire a lot of bullets, and since they're quite a large figure, it's really easy to hit your shots with them even with the weapon spread. However, if you're aiming at someone like a scientist for example and they're in the air, I would not recommend using a Sonic Blast, purely because they can evade very quickly and you have weapon spread and you're going to be firing so quickly, so you can just kind of see where that's going. And I would not recommend the Lights Out attachment, but if you really think that's going to help, then I would go for that one, but purely based on all these stats, I would not use the Lights Out attachment. If you enjoyed this episode, please be sure to check out the other episode I did on the subsonic repeater, and stay tuned for future episodes. Please tell me in the comments what weapon you'd like me to cover in the near future. I'd also like to hear how you guys use the Path Blaster. As I said, I like to use it with the Magma Dampener so I can get more accurate shots, but you may actually like using it with the Sonic Blast attachment. Be sure to leave it in the comments below. Have a good day.